this. 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
And we're done.
And we're done.
And we're in.
Damn.
We've got it. And we're back.
Yeah.
How many people have reached out to you being like, hey, what happened to Hard Man Soft Boy?
I've had a number of people reach out about podcasts in general. They say, hey, like, are you doing podcasts still?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, nothing's really changed in my life, so I'll be back. Hey, buddy, nothing's really changed in my life, so
Nothing's
I'll be
really
back.
changing in your life.
I'll be back, yeah.
Yeah. And here you are.
Here I am.
And now you're going to be, we're going to be together for a whole summer.
Yeah.
I get you for the summer.
Yep.
It's a big summer of Jake and Hunter. It's been a while, you know?
Since we've had a summer?
Since we've had a summer to call our own, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, to call our own.
That to just be our summer, you know? Like, it's a big summer.
It is.
It's going to be a big one.
I'm hoping.
I think it's going to be the last summer. You know what I mean? Because we are, as we age, which is like, this is a big topic that we come back to over and over as we get older and crustier, that the summers are not going to be as, you know, exciting.
The summers have not been exciting since school was a thing.
That's true. That's fair. Yeah.
Every year.
Yeah.
I'm 38.
Yes.
Every year I'm
Yes.
like, ooh, school. Oh, I'm not in school. And I don't even have a job, so it's not like I'm really taking a break from
your
anything.
whole life is really summer.
It is.
Really. You're kind of in an endless summer.
I'm in an endless like teenage summer where I don't have any money.
Yes. Yeah.
And now I'm literally living with my mom.
You are kind of like a 16-year-old,
I am.
really. Like
I am.
You're like a 16-year-old that dropped out of school.
Yeah.
That's kind of.
And all his friends kind of kept going.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, do you guys want to party?
And they're already like, they're in college, like growing out of it, you know?
No, they're like married with children.
Yes.
I'm still like,
and
come
you're a
on.
16-year-old boy.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's pathetic. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Big
But
time.
now I have this weird excuse that my whole life could fall apart. And I could and no one would be weird about that.
Yeah. You do have a lot of.
We're
yeah. You
we're
need to
way
be
out of focus,
You need
too.
to be more in.
I think it thinks that you're.
Oh no!
I don't know why.
Why is it doing
We could
I've never seen it do this before.
This would be. There we go. Okay.
Perfect.
That would be a very us type of clip.
Yeah.
Is that we were like completely blurred out the
We're just
entire
talking
time.
and you can't actually make out our
Just
faces
brief
whatsoever.
Figures, yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could just throw my whole life away.
Yeah.
And people would be like, oh, we pinpointed it to that moment.
Yeah. That's the kind of versatility that you have. You know, a lot of people can't do that. Yeah.
I mean, everybody will eventually.
That's true.
It's coming for everybody.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. The clock is ticking.
The clock is ticking on literally everybody. Mm-hmm. But now I'm in the group where I could just be like, fuck you. What do I need to do?
Yeah.
I could rebel against the world. I could say it's not fair.
Yeah.
And I could just do that.
You could.
I'm
and
lined up for prime life failure, and it's like, and people would be like, that's kind of sad that he did that, but people would be like, well, you know, people take it different ways.
Yeah. I think, actually, do we kind of need you? Can we call you in right now? It's actually kind of a time
to lose it?
Well, for some sort of Unabomber situation, you know? Like, is there a time? Because, I mean, like,
what a way to
now,
totally dishonor my family. What a way to completely, absolutely trash the little legacy that... Well, this family doesn't even have a legacy, but like...
Right.
Truly, when they need me the most, I just absolutely lose my shit.
Just completely lose your shit.
Yeah, so I could do that.
You could.
I was thinking about how I'm not suicidal, but I really can't do it now. It's like off the table.
It is off the table.
Because like I actually am now a necessary component.
You serve a role in the family unit.
It would actually like destroy them.
Yeah. Yeah, damn.
Like that, I thought about that. I was like, wow, I really can't do this. It would be so selfish. It would have already been selfish.
Right.
But now it's like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding us right now?
Yeah.
Jake, they'd be so mad.
You can't do that.
I can't. It's off the table. If I wanted to be any remnant of a good son and family member,
right,
killing myself is now completely off the table.
Damn, I didn't even. It's like I
didn't even think about that, bro. I didn't even about that.
Yeah, this is you messed up.
Truly, that was one of the early thoughts I had.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
You should definitely tell somebody that.
Yeah.
You know
I was
what I mean?
well, can't do that anymore. That's gone. That's fucking
That's
gone.
off the table.
That's off the table.
Damn it.
Yeah. And it's not like it was really on the table for me. I was not really that kind of guy.
No.
But you do think about it like, well, I could.
Can I get out of here?
And I can't now.
And now you
I
can't.
just got to live
Now
this
you're
down.
stuck.
Now I got to live it down.
Wow.
I hope people are generally understanding the context we're giving.
Yeah, we're not giving a lot of context, but
well, we've been gone for a long time. One of the worst things that can happen in a person's life happened to me.
Yes.
And now we're back.
Don't worry, nothing happened to me. We've stayed
Truly
on that arc of the
so
show.
on brand that it's crazy.
It is crazy.
It is crazy.
How much the brand is.
Hunter is going up and Jake has gone so far down.
Yeah. Can that be like really this whole podcast is just an experiment to discover if that's what a podcast can be about. And if you're listening here, what it's just going to continue. You know what I mean?
I
like
don't see it like going every time I see this motherfucker. He's like, dude, great news. More money is coming in. I'm like, oh my God, dude.
I'm literally going to be like a millionaire, and you're going to be like just
everybody
eating
is
bark.
gone.
Yeah.
I'll just be in some type of shawl being like, oh my God, I didn't know it could be this bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
You're going to be wearing raggedy clothes, and I'm going to be living in a mansion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really has hit hard.
Yeah. Yeah. It's lame how cruel the universe is, but it's also kind of funny, you know?
You have to laugh. You gotta fucking laugh. You have to laugh.
You have to laugh. Because otherwise, what are you going to do? You know, we're all just on this like sea of...
Yeah, some people are rising, some people are falling. We're all on a sea, though. We're both on a wave, but some people are cresting. And some people are at the damn bottom of the fucking
some people
ocean.
are like being dragged down underneath.
Yeah.
Riptide.
I'm actually caught in a riptide right now.
Caught in a riptide.
And Hunter's just got the biggest surfboard, and he is just cruising.
It's crazy.
He is just cruising right now.
It's crazy.
Yeah, man. So good for you. Happy for all your success.
Thank you.
Truly happy for all your success.
Thank you so much, dude.
Yeah, man. I mean, come on. You got to be happy for your friends. Obviously, you can never not be happy for your friends.
You can never not be happy for your friends.
You can
it's
never.
So true.
It's just one of those rules of friendship that you got to always accept. Hey, thank God my friend is doing well. That is good for us.
Good, yeah.
It's good for us.
It is good for us.
It is.
It's always good for us.
Yeah.
It's not just good for me.
Right. It's mostly good for you.
It's mostly good for me, but there is a trickle down. There's a trickle down.
Crumbs that are coming daddy's way, Yeah.
Damn.
Yep.
Yeah. And I think that will just get more and more real as we go.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess the hope here is that I get kind of some type of servant quarters on your property.
Oh, well, of course you will.
Okay.
Of course.
Like they
We've
always
talked
be
about
like,
this so many
here's
times.
Oprah's slave house, and then it's like a beautiful little house that
yes.
her slaves live. Like that's what I'd love that.
Yeah. And I mean, you can be the chief slave.
Oh, cool.
You could be in charge of the others.
I'm the top slave.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a little power in this.
In the hierarchy,
of
like
slaves.
I think you're you're the
We're
top
all getting
of,
whipped.
Yeah.
But like I'm,
top of the bottom.
top of the bottom.
That's where we're talking for you. That's I think
crab bucket, baby. It is a damn crab bucket.
It's a damn crab bucket.
Yeah.
That's life. Is big time crab bucket.
It's been a big crab bucket being your friend.
We say this though. However, I will say all of my life right now is on the edge of a knife, and that knife is the Trump tariffs.
Yeah, that's true.
And it is kind of
Yeah,
it's
we're
weird.
actually both dealing with a lot of pain right now. Yeah, you're right, Hunter. We're actually both dealing with
I'm not saying that.
tough circumstances.
I am just saying, like,
dude, I had a loss. You might have a loss. I mean, it is what it is.
I might have a loss.
Yeah,
You're right.
your losses are
theoretical.
Right now.
You're experiencing actual loss,
True
and pain
loss that will never
that
come
will
back.
never ever come back.
Not a tariff or non-tariff will not rewrite this.
Right.
History for me has gone one way.
Yes, and I am doing theoretically good, but also theoretically could be bad. Could be bad. And with that, those concerns purely monetary, not really no emotional component.
Nope.
No really mortality component.
Healthiest relationship I've ever seen you in.
Healthiest relationship.
Dude, you guys should see this apartment. Which, if honestly my life keeps going bad, I'll have a couple people rob this place. That would be smart.
We're
like 3 bad bounces for me showing up here at night with a couple of goons and be like, I'm so sorry about this, but I really gotta have some shit. Like they were like just a hop, skip, and a jump
close.
away. Yeah. You're like, we're tying you up, and you're like, Jake, are you serious?
Jake,
I'm just like, dude, I don't want to do this, but I have no other choice.
I literally have to do
no
this.
other choice.
Yeah.
So
that would be wild.
Well,
who would your goons be?
I'll find a couple guys. No, but I mean, there's some goons here.
What if you chose people that I know though? Like, what if it was like Ben?
Yeah.
Like Ben Katzner.
Yeah.
And James Stanley.
Yeah.
And those are your goons.
I'd be like,
because that would be enough. You wouldn't need more. I mean, even
let's
though
be real, I could do it myself. I mean, what are you fucking talking about?
What are we? Why do we need these goons?
I just want a little backup in case anybody gets squirrely.
Well, yeah, because you don't
if you
know.
Get squirrely,
I won't get squirrely, but you. I mean. You know, my girlfriend might get
rattlesnake
squirrely.
out there.
I don't know what she would, and I'm not sure how you would handle it either.
I know.
That's why you probably
like,
could.
She's a woman that I know, but I need this money.
She's like charging it. She's gonna
I know. And then I'm like, there's
like,
that split second. I'm like, am I gonna hurt this woman? Like, what am I doing?
That's why you need a goon because you need somebody.
I need some
between.
guy to like. I give him the sign and he does the deed that I cannot do.
Right.
It's funny that she's in the other room.
Yeah.
Talking about hurting her.
Yeah.
She's in the other room. What a life.
Well, yeah, you're talking about robbing this place, which it wouldn't be a bad haul right now.
Oh, no.
Wouldn't be a bad
I've been
haul.
eyeing shit already. Yeah. I'm not even like at there. I'm already like, wow, they're really adding a lot of stuff.
Note.
I'm taking in.
You're just taking note. Just in case.
Well, when you have a man on the descent, his eyes starts looking around. All of a sudden, different. Like a man who was doing all right, he starts like checking out the merch.
Yeah.
So I can't help it.
Yeah. Well,
it's what nature has done to me.
We'll see, because, who knows? Your life could blow up at any point in a positive way. No, I didn't mean that in a negative way.
I was like, buddy, where else can it go?
I bet, blow up is who knows?
More key components of my childhood might leave forever.
That's not what I meant, but I get it.
There's only a couple others that could go.
That's true. We are kind of...
Yeah, I wonder if the worst thing ever could happen to me, both in a year.
Oh, my God.
Well, that might be wild.
That would be wild.
Truly,
that would be wild.
The husk of a man I would be.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I don't even know. I really would be like, wow, this is weird. Mm-hmm. This is a weird one.
Yeah, have you thought about, rebuilding yourself? Because anytime... you come to a fork in the road like this, you could shift as a person. You could become a new kind of person. You know what I mean?
Well, what's on the table? What should
I
be?
mean, it's up to you. It's all But
as an outsider,
possible.
when you look at me, if you were going to put me through a rebuild, what would the components you would put in?
I think it would be cool if you got quieter and said
okay.
And you were more mysterious. And maybe you could reach for some kind of wisdom that maybe you have or don't have.
Okay.
Mysteriousness would kind of do a lot of the work.
Okay.
But you could be a quieter guy.
So down the volume.
Turn the volume down.
Turn down the volume.
Yeah, because I just feel like that's a move. You know, when you go through something.
Truly.
You can become quiet and wise.
Okay.
These are things. These are moves that you could play.
I could become violent.
You could also
become extremely violent though too. And I'm not
true.
a violent guy.
No, but you could.
But I could really.
You could channel rage into.
I could
violence.
channel rage and again, I could kind of in a weird. when you have something like this happen, you can, in your own mind, not society-wise,
Right.
you can start to justify a lot.
That's true.
I've already thought of things that I could do, and then if someone asked me about it, I'd be like, well, you know what happened, right? Like, I could just do that, you know?
Like what? What's on that list?
I don't want to put it on the air.
Yeah, yeah. You don't want people
I don't,
to know.
you know.
Yeah.
But bad.
Bad
stuff.
Real bad.
There's some thoughts you have, you're like, I could do that. And you're just like, and then if they ask, you'll be like, well, this is the reason.
Yeah, damn.
Now, and the law wouldn't allow it.
Yeah, yeah.
But
illegal stuff.
People law might. People would be like, oh, I get why he went that way.
Yeah.
It's not right.
It's not right, but he did do
but
that.
I understand what happens in a man's mind.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're kind of more the rebuild here.
Bad
rebuild.
Bad rebuild.
You're kind of
Yeah,
going
yeah.
bad rebuild.
I'm thinking louder.
louder,
actually.
More, yeah,
More blood.
More blood.
More blood and louder.
Violent. Yeah.
I am doing the rebuild the body. I'm going to the gym a lot.
That's good.
So like I might be louder but shredded, which is a rough combo because then you might be fucked.
Ooh.
I might toss you around like a
Hard,
rag doll.
man.
Yeah,
We're going hard, man.
Well, I think because I was actually getting softer.
Oh, for sure. Big time.
Sorry.
It was kind of a
sorry.
Sorry.
The world
That's
decided
over.
that wasn't the real
That
thing.
is over. And now
Actually, let's be real for a second. This type of shit makes you harder in a lot of ways, but it makes you softer in a lot of ways.
that's true.
So it's like a weird, the yin and the yang is back again.
Yeah. Yeah, but you're hardening as far as exoskeleton, as far as chitin.
But inner, you'll be like, wow, I have so much empathy for mankind.
Yeah.
Because you're like, they might be going through something bad.
You're more in touch with feelings of being
Yeah.
a human.
You're like, whoa, I have something bad, but no one really knows about it. Mm-hmm. Maybe they do.
Yes.
So you think about that.
That's a big empathy moment right there.
It doesn't, it's weird because when it first happens, you're like, whoa, I love everybody.
Right.
And then life kind of
And you're
comes
like,
back.
eh.
And then you get on a couple planes, you're like, all right, not everybody, but like, it's weird
Yeah.
how empathy is dished out.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. When you experience loss,
Yeah.
suddenly, every human.
I'm just like, wow,
beautiful
man,
person.
we're all part of this thing.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like, I don't want them to have to go through this.
Right.
Like, really, when it first happened, I was like, man, I wouldn't wish this on my fucking worst enemy. Because
Right.
it is
Brutal.
awful.
Brutal.
Fucking awful.
The worst thing.
And
really.
then you kind of live life again. You're like, all right, like, I don't wish this on anybody, but I'm also not everybody's buddy.
Right, yeah, you're like
You
on a
kinda
plane, somebody
come
takes
back-
their shoes off.
Yeah, you like come back to earth a little bit. You're like, all right, some people do suck.
Right, yeah.
Like, I'm yelling at people at traffic again.
Yeah, good.
Like, I'm screaming at, like, inside my car. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm doing that.
That's healthy. That's good.
Oh, that's good.
That is good.
Okay.
Yeah. You do need to come back to some sort of. You
Yeah.
can't live in that space.
Right.
Empathy. I love everyone. Everyone's beautiful. Everyone's on their own journey.
Yeah.
Everyone's
That's not me.
experience.
That's not what you guys want.
You can't be that. You can't be that.
That would be a wild turn.
That would be. Oh,
If I outsofted you,
that would be an
if I truly
incredible
was
move.
like, wow, I'm like monk status.
That would be wild. Yeah, if suddenly you were just like you shaved your head.
Yeah.
And you were just.
Oh, I thought about that one too.
Oh, really?
I
You
was
thought
like,
about
maybe I'll
shaving
just
your
monk it. Truly, I was like, maybe I'll just fucking monk this
Go
shit.
be a monk.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, because when it happens, let's try to get through the whole episode with not saying the word.
Yeah.
When it
I think
happens.
at some
I
point
think
we
every-
decided it's not.
It's not. We're gonna not name it.
Somehow it would be. We can talk about it for the entire hour, but somehow if we said it out loud, that would ruin it.
It would really
ruin it.
ruin the whole bit.
That's not comedy.
That's not
It's
comedy.
as long as we don't say it.
Yeah.
It's comedy.
It's comedy. Oh my god! Because if we say it, it's
Then that's
not
comedy. Yeah.
But because I don't really the God thing never kicked in
God did not show up
before or after.
before or after. Dang.
So
So that's your opportunity right there to jump
I
on
was
that
like
train.
sitting there being like,
It's God
all
time."
right. If it ain't coming,
You're just sitting in a
it
room
ain't
by yourself,
coming.
just like looking at the clock, like it's definitely.
Yeah.
He's about to show up. And it's
I'm
him.
like waiting for him to show up.
Yeah. Waiting for God.
Nothing.
Dough.
Nothing.
Yeah. Nothing. You didn't feel nothing.
I felt
no
like
tingle.
No.
No presence.
No
Words,
presence,
no.
no like comfort of that nature.
Yeah.
So then you're like, well, okay,
Fuck.
maybe I gotta monk it.
Yeah.
Because if like maybe
if you can't get in touch with God, at least you could go
I
do
could
weird
meditate
people
and
stuff.
I could go to a cave.
Yeah. Be
You
around
know.
other bald-headed.
Yeah, just shave it
Weirdos.
off and
Yeah,
just
yeah.
be kind of like, yeah, man, this is what I did.
Yeah. That would be great. I would love to visit you.
Yeah.
Like in the mountains
Yeah,
or something.
yeah,
and
totally.
just,
Yeah.
You know.
Like
yeah.
truly, you have that moment where like, maybe I'll just drop it all.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know,
Could do
like
that.
you'd quit comedy.
Oh, I'd quit
everything.
it all.
You just walk away from the whole life.
The whole life.
Wow.
And monk it up.
You were already kind of doing comedy monk style
Monk
a little
style.
bit too.
I was alone. I was alone. I was alone dearly. We got fuzz.
Yeah, we're
fuzzed
fuzzy.
out.
We're fuzzy.
All right.
It's probably because there's two of us now that I think about it. It's a webcam. It's not made for, you know what I
Oh,
mean? The
yeah.
autofocus is not set up for two people.
Okay.
But whatever.
That's
we'll fix
fair.
that next time.
Yeah. So I was thinking about monking it. Mm-hmm. Was thinking about
Monking out.
truly. And the other thing is, I've been sober for so long that I also didn't get the urge to be like, yeah, let me throw it all away.
Yeah.
Like it's like you really you think of it like a movie.
Right.
You're like, what do they do in the movies?
Yeah.
And it's like one reaction is like you get absolutely trashed and you like
Yeah.
fuck your shit up.
Right.
But then when you're living in it, you're like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Like that's so lame.
That does sound pretty lame. Yeah.
So you're just like, I can't do that. Can't pray.
Can't pray, can't drink. This is the problem with like modern life. We're not giving ourselves enough like weird outs, you know?
Yeah, I
Like-
was like, maybe I should do something like psychedelics, but I was like, what if it goes wrong?
Oh no, yeah, maybe not.
I was like, that's gonna be rough.
Actually, I'm gonna veto that one a little bit.
So I
That's
was like,
probably
okay,
not right.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
So then you really are just like, I guess I'll just sit here with it.
Just gotta fucking take the reality
Yeah.
raw, like
Raw
just raw
dogging it.
reality, raw dog
Raw
reality.
dogging it.
Ugh, horrible option.
Yeah.
Horrible option.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe you could get into like, what if you got into like a sport? You know?
Well, sports have been a savior
Yes.
because it's like I love sports
Just think
and
about
I'm just
sports.
watching sports
Dude,
all the time.
Yeah. Okay, so you are doing that a little bit.
Yeah, like I already was, but now I'm doing it like more because
Hell
I'm
yeah.
like, I live here now.
Right. Yeah.
I have nothing
You
going
live
on.
in Minneapolis,
I like
Minnesota.
live here, dude. That fucking reality hit me hard.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, because I was going back and forth,
Right.
and then I finally got here permanently like a couple days ago, and I was like,
Oh, shit.
And then there was kind of like that first like dead afternoon where you're like, oh, I don't really know
Oh no.
what's going on with
Yeah.
folks.
Yeah.
All my people here have like, besides you, really, they have like normal jobs.
Right. And I don't have a normal job,
But you're
but I am a
working
busy
like,
guy.
yeah, you're like not able to just like kick it.
Nah.
So it's like, okay,
Also, we've never really figured out what to do kicking it wise.
Yeah.
By the way.
No, we haven't.
This is like the longest friendship I've ever had with somebody where we actually have no idea what to do together.
no, well, because we actually don't really do shit similarly.
like
at all.
honestly, as a listener of this show, you have actually probably witnessed like more of what our relationship is than you maybe realize, listener.
Yeah.
Like you're actually getting like a big chunky
I
percentage
like
of it.
sports. He doesn't like sports.
I do not like sports.
He loves games. I don't like
Don't
games.
like games.
I don't like video games. He
Right.
loves video games.
Right.
He loves movies and all that shit.
Yeah.
I'm not really a movie guy.
I actually have a kind of, now that you've listed out, I kind of have a lot of interest, and you kind of don't as so much. You got sports.
I got sports. But like, but like I have like you don't really like to like work out and not
Not
even
really.
like, but like maybe you would go, well, you kind of have a weird like walk thing, I guess.
I
But
do have a
like
weird walk
in like
thing.
Oregon more, I'd be like, oh, me and a buddy might go for like a hike.
I do like hiking.
Okay,
though.
so maybe we could hike.
We could hike.
Okay, we could hike.
I
So
would
that's-
absolutely say
all
yes
right.
to a hike.
I never really like hit you up for a hike.
I'm actually kind of a big hike because you do got to remember I was raised in the woods.
Yes, okay.
So it's not that
So maybe
outdoor
we'll be like a
activities
hike
are.
couple.
We'll do a hike thing.
Yeah.
We'll do little hike things. Like my girlfriend will make us little snacks.
Oh,
that
yeah.
I'll bring.
Okay.
and then we'll be like eating
Sure.
empanadas on the
Yeah.
hike. That sounds incredible.
Okay, so we could do that.
See, we just found hiking.
Most of our friendship is revolved around making bits.
doing bits, doing comedy,
Yeah.
and talking about comedy,
Yeah.
talking about comics, saying mean, shitty
Horrible
stuff about
shit.
people we know,
that we don't like.
that we don't like.
Yeah.
Listener. It
Yeah.
could be you.
Could be you.
Literally could be you.
Literally
like,
could be
I
you.
don't know who's listening.
Yeah.
It literally could be you. We fucking hate you, dude.
Yeah, we don't
We're
like you.
so, your shit, none of it gets past us, and we smile at you and we pretend we like you, but we fucking hate you.
And
okay?
honestly, like Hunter likes more people than I do. So Hunter,
And-
sometimes I'll talk about people that Hunter likes.
That's true.
I'll be like, bro, what are you doing with this guy?
I do a lot. There is a lot of that where
There
you'll be
is.
like, this person you like, I don't like them.
I don't like
and
them
I'll
at
just
all.
kind of be like, yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. And then you're just let me do that.
I do. I let you, no matter if there's ever a conflict there, I've always been cool about it.
Oh, yeah.
By the way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's not like I don't just join. I don't agree.
No.
Like I want, but I also don't, and I'm not gonna argue with you either.
No.
You know what I mean?
You just
Because
gotta
a lot
let-
of times
you
it's
gotta
like
let it out.
I can see where you're coming from. It's not like I don't see
I'm not an
it.
irrational man.
You're not irrational.
I have a lot of like, you know.
It's more like I got a lot of give in me. I got a
Yeah.
lot of like, I'll
my
be
target,
like, eh.
my like window is very small.
Yeah, you'll be
You
like,
got a
this
big
person.
ass window.
Yeah, I have a huge
Your window kind of lets almost anything slide.
I will let a lot of people in. Yeah, yeah. And I mean, it's.
Yeah.
I've tried to get better about the window.
Well, I've had to help you readjust sometimes. I've been like, brother, you're fucking this one up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And you've had to admit a few times, you're like, all right.
That's
They
that
shouldn't have
line.
got in
There
the
should be a
window.
better
Yeah,
line.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We should. The line should be here.
Yeah.
But you know, I was raised on a lot of. I was a church kid. You know what I
Sure.
mean? I was a little church
Yeah.
kid, and I was always taught, you know, to forgive people.
Yeah.
And to like be very open and like, you know,
Totally.
like Jesus
Yeah.
hung out with a bunch of like literally criminals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and a tax guy. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's what Jesus was like. My crew, basically criminals and losers.
Yeah.
And then like a guy that like a tax guy.
Yeah.
That's the vibe. So like
Some of the guys you hung out with are like almost criminals.
sure.
If
Yeah,
a woman
definitely.
said something to a court, they might be. You know?
well, that makes it sound really bad. That makes it sound like I basically just hang out with creeps, and I do not.
no.
I want to be clear. I do not.
There have been a couple that have made the line, though.
Yeah, sure.
Where I was like, you sure about this one?
Yeah.
And you're like, no, they're fine. And then a few months later, we go, and I go, hey, just want to let you know, I said something about
Yeah.
that. And you're like, all right, you're right. You're right. He was weird. He was weird as fuck.
You're very sensitive on that one.
Oh, yeah.
And what
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean is that you sniff it out. You sniff it out before I do.
Big
I don't
sniffer.
know. You're a big sniffer.
I'm a big old
You
sniffer.
are a creep sniffer for sure. You'll
I
be like
always
that
tell
guy's a creep.
people I would have I should have been a detective.
That was honestly the cognitive dissonance on you in Portland that we talk about every once in a while. That was kind of one of the weirdest ones because there really weren't a lot of guys that were willing to say this guy's a creep and I don't like him, and you would just say that on stage. And everyone would be like, "Well, fuck Jake," but it would just be like, "But
And then
who's
they would
doing
and then
that?"
they would add another victim to their board.
Yeah,
And I'd be like, well, I told you guys.
So like for real, it was so odd that no one would even really buy into what you were saying a lot of the time.
I'm like
So-
one of those guys who's born in the wrong timeline.
Yeah,
You know?
you are.
I would have been a good guy during the Red Scare.
Yeah,
I would have scared up some commies.
yeah. And really, all it ever came down to was you didn't say stuff like allyship and like
Yeah.
you didn't say the woke terms.
No.
And so the only way that I think they could classify you was like, well, he must be anti-woke then. That was
Yes.
it. They were just like, if he's not saying the exact same terminology that we
Yeah.
are, then he's anti-woke.
Could have saved so many lives if
And
you
look-
just listen to me,
But then it's like, what's more woke than being like, this guy is a creep.
Yeah.
We should get rid of him before he does something. Like, what is woker than that? Like,
you tell me.
that's like
You
you're-
fucking tell me,
It's
buddy.
crazy.
You tell me.
It's crazy thinking about that. But yeah, no, and I mean everything is about tribalism and signaling, and it's not about it's all theory, no praxis. That's everything. So you
Be
didn't,
like
you
me,
didn't do the
people.
theory
Don't
right.
trust almost anybody.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't let almost anybody into your corner, even when they're trying to help you.
Yeah, so that's a funny thing though about your thing.
Keep
is
out.
I am thinking a lot about the times you've gotten it right, and it's not like if you get it wrong, it's a big deal. That's the thing that's funny about it. It's sort of saying like people do a lot of bad shit, you can kind of defend that pretty easily.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
But I never falsely accused.
No, I'm not saying that either.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, if you go down the path of, like, crossing people off the list,
yeah.
no one's ever going to be like, well, you shouldn't have done it. Because people are flawed, and they make a lot of mistakes.
God, are they?
They really are.
And I love pointing them out. I love finding little things to be mad about a guy with. That's like one of my favorite
You do
pastimes.
love that,
Dude,
yeah.
I
Being mad about a
love it.
guy.
If
Yeah.
I can find a little thing.
Dude.
And here's the thing. When you find another person like that, though, it's like crazy. Okay?
Yeah.
Like I have a couple people in like the New York scene
Mm-hmm.
where we'll be like in the same room and we'll just kind of team up in a corner and be like, doesn't that person fucking suck? And it's just like, that's the whole night.
Yeah.
Like
Damn.
just literally like that guy fucking
That guy
sucks.
really sucks.
And that's just what we do.
Yeah.
So that's like a hobby. And I thank you for at least letting me do that at
I
you.
do let you do that. Yeah.
But we
for
don't
sure.
really share that in common.
No, I'm not. I don't
You
like
don't-
gossip
yeah.
so much.
It's not even gossip. We just hate a person.
yeah, I guess
we're not
it's
like,
not really
We're
like-
not really like spreading falsities. We're just
do you
like,
know that so-and-so did
no,
this? It'll just be like,
we're
I
just like
hate
fucking that guy.
guy.
Look at this piece of shit. No, it's much more like that.
It's just kind of pure haterism.
yeah,
really.
yeah. No, I mean that is a hobby though.
Yeah.
talking shit and being a hater is like a hobby and a kind of a way of life, and you
Yeah.
either kind of are that or you aren't that.
I couldn't, honestly, that was the main reason that I couldn't hang in New York was like,
Yeah.
we would be hanging out with people and there are only really two things that people talked about. Hating on some guy that either I didn't know
loved
or
it.
I did know and was like, I don't even know. I
Yeah.
don't hate him. You
No,
know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, I don't know him. Like, and then number two, it would be like talking about places around the country that they had done comedy
Yeah.
at. And those were the only two topics of conversation.
Yeah.
So it was just me over here being like, I want to talk about a movie or something. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I just didn't,
Yeah.
there was just
Sorry.
no one that wanted to do that, you know?
Yeah,
Or-
sorry.
and I'm sure they exist. I just didn't find them. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't find my nerdlets, you know?
Yeah.
To like have
We'll
our
get you
little-
back out there
We'll,
eventually.
yeah. No,
I
I'm,
mean, if I get back out there, who
We'll,
knows?
we'll see if you get back out there. You
Yeah.
might not. Who knows? I mean, we'll see how good things go for me. I might be going back to New York and living it up.
Yeah, I know.
Living large.
God, that
or
would be
Tokyo, dude.
truly
I might be moving to
ultimate-
Tokyo.
That might
Who
be the
knows?
ultimate. Just like I don't know. There's gonna be a point, man, that we really can't. This can't survive. This,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like it is like when somebody like gets sober.
Right. Right.
Except the sobriety in this thing is like you just got so much money and success that it like doesn't really make sense for you to hang out with me anymore.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, come on, man, let's get like sandwiches at the bodega. Like, we can steal some chips. And you're like, dude, like you like pay for my meal and be like, hey, but this is the last one. Like
This is it.
you'll be very like
This is-
soft.
this
You're like,
is-
hey, man, I just want to let you know
It's this last one.
we ain't gonna see each other
It's the
anymore.
last one. Yeah. I mean, I do feel like, a reality of that could be like, I'm really very interested in leaving the country if possible.
Yeah.
And I do think that would be a possible barrier.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, I think so.
We'll see. We'll see how things go. It would be really, I would love to get to do that, but I don't know. That
Yeah.
just depends on money right
Well,
there.
good luck, man.
Yeah.
I really can't, just good things for you. I just can't stop thinking of.
I mean, it's odd.
I
and
can't stop thinking about how much I want you to have.
here's the
good
thing.
shit in
Here's
your
the thing,
life.
dude. I want to be that bright, shiny part of your life, like
It's tough
just kind of showing
because
you
my like raw
darkness.
hate,
Yeah.
even for homies,
Yeah. Even for homies,
It's
even
tough
for
to-
people that don't even know.
it's tough to escape.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like part of me is always gonna
It
part of me,
sucks
a
in.
little part of me,
Mm-hmm.
just being truthful,
Yes.
is gonna hate seeing you do well.
Yes. I know.
There's
I
just
know.
gonna be a little part of me.
That's like, isn't that is actually bullshit? You know what I mean? It's bullshit that he's doing well.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. I
Yeah,
get it. Even.
yeah.
I think I agree on a certain level. I'm like, my own success is bullshit.
Yeah,
But like, I think that's kind of how success works. It's
Yeah.
kind of bullshit.
but that's even makes it worse.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think I don't want it to be that way. I really want it to be like, you really deserve it. And that like, I'm just going to be a hater, but like it's wrong.
Yeah.
And you do deserve it. You've worked hard.
Sure.
And even I don't really understand it. 'Cause
You don't
it's a world
understand
that
it.
I don't get or care. That's the
Right.
funny thing about me hating on you is like truly, would not want to switch places with you.
No.
I'm not interested in
You're
your
right,
shit.
right. You
Like,
wouldn't be able to do it.
I wouldn't be able to do it.
Just
I
wouldn't
wouldn't
make sense.
I couldn't even pretend to do it.
Yeah.
I couldn't pretend
Yes.
to care about it.
Yeah. Which, by the way,
Is so.
if
like-
you could have at any point, would have been incredibly useful, and you would basically just be in on it.
I know.
You know what I mean? You would literally be in on it
I
on
know.
every level if you could. But just you obviously really can't.
No.
It would change your life if you
I know,
could, but you can't.
it would be like me pretending I liked a girl who I didn't.
Right.
It just
It wouldn't-
at certain
you can't
point,
fake it every
you can't,
day.
Yeah,
You
no,
can't
like, I
fake it
couldn't
every
wake
day.
up and be like, all right, yeah,
Dude, and then they'd be all talking to you and stuff, and you'd be like,
bro. The few times I've had to talk to them, I'm just like, even then, I'm just like, yeah, man, he's over there. I don't give a fuck about the fuck. It's the vibes are so different,
right,
You know.
and that, you wouldn't be able to
Like
fake
even the way we do shows together, when
Yeah.
your people come out, I'm like, all right, dude, well, I got 3 more spots tonight. And you're like, oh, we're not gonna hang with these people? I was like, I don't care about these people. I don't even care about them.
I hang with them. They're my community.
I
dude.
know.
They're my community.
I know.
They're not just
To me, it's like, let's keep it going.
yeah.
You know?
Nah.
Yeah.
I'm rolling with these people because they are
No,
my
yeah.
supporters.
I know,
dude.
I
They're
know.
like they are
I got-
making it happen for me.
And we wish them the best. We love them so much. We love them so much.
We
They're
love them
great.
so much.
They're great, dude.
They have
They
impacted
rule.
not only my life, they've impacted your life through me. You know what I mean?
I know.
Like, look at even just this whole everything in this room is because of them.
Because of them.
Every single thing.
Yep.
You know? So, yeah.
It's-
thankful to them.
Yeah.
Big
We
time.
love you guys. Whoever you are. Hunters people, we love
Hunters
you.
people. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
going to have people someday, maybe.
Yeah.
Like, and you actually do have people.
I have a couple.
I like your people.
Yeah, my
Your people are, they're
yeah,
funny.
My people are real.
They're funny people.
yeah.
They're like, yeah. That I don't know how to characterize, like, they have like tattoos.
Oh yeah.
They're a little bit older. They're always a little bit older, you know what I mean?
Some
Always-
of them want to fuck me.
yeah, some definitely.
There's always a few that
Big
are just
time.
like, I want to fuck
That's just
you.
kind of in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't. It's like takes like 4 times to get that. That's the
Yeah,
other thing.
yeah,
I'm
you-
so slow on
I
the
get
draw
that,
on that
every time.
and I'm just like, oh yeah, that person. And it'd be like, oh yeah, the person who comes to every show is back. And you're like, yeah, man.
so many times
There's a
people that
reason.
like you go the thing that I will never get over. The typical Jake Silverman fan shows up to the show all by themselves. That's the crazy thing
I never
about it.
got that. I was
They're
like,
always
what are they?
completely alone.
And they're
it's
like-
never a group.
And they're like, what are you doing after? I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I got a couple spots. And they're like,
Yeah.
well, if you want to hang out, I'm
Right.
like, yeah, sorry, thanks for coming to the show. And you're just like, dude, they want to have sex with you.
They're trying
I'm
to
like,
fuck you.
Oh, really?
That's why, like, somebody showing up.
Yeah,
alone,
I didn't get that. I was
that's
like,
a
cool.
big
I'm always
signal.
like, that's so cool that you did that. Like, I'm just in their face, like, wow, great.
Wow, you're here.
And they're just like, yeah, there's a reason.
There's a reason I'm here by myself.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Yeah, that's the Jake Silverman fan
Yeah.
by themselves.
Disaffected, horny weirdos.
Horny.
They're just like, I'm horny, and this guy seems
Yep.
like he could fill a void.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But they love the show. They're great audience.
They are.
you
They're
know?
fun people.
I've always loved getting.
If I was like smart, I would just be like, yeah, I kind of like fuck everyone.
yeah, maybe
That's
that is
like,
what you should
like
do.
the vibe I should have been into is
Yeah.
like, yeah, the thing about me is like, I'll probably fuck you.
Right. And then if people knew that,
They'd be like, I'll come.
yeah, and
Really
literally all of your shows would just be
Yeah.
you up there,
Kinda
and then
like-
tables of just people sitting by themselves.
Men and women.
Men and
Yeah.
we are not gendering this at all. I have seen it so many different ways.
Yeah.
Always alone though.
Yeah.
That is the thing that unites all of them. Always
Yeah.
by themselves.
Yeah.
Nobody that loves Jake Silverman gets together with all of their
I
friends
know.
and they go out to the show.
It's very
That's just
weird. Or
not
even
the
if they're
vibe.
in a couple times they'll be like, hey, I'm open and I'll fuck you too. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah. It's
"Oh."
like they show up in a couple and then one of them's gone
Yeah.
suddenly
And they're
after the
like,
show.
Hey, I just want to put it out there that I will fuck you. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, okay.
That's true.
What about that person? They're like,
Yeah.
yeah, he knows. Or she knows.
Yeah, it's part of a thing.
They know.
It's part of a thing.
It's all good.
It's part of the thing.
like,
Don't
oh,
worry.
okay.
We've kind of talked.
And there's
through
no
it.
hate.
Yeah, yeah.
There's no hate on these people. It's just
No.
like, I wish that was my vibe.
You need to be like you.
Like,
you
I
need to
could-
be
I
like a
wish I-
polyamorous, like pansexual guy.
Yeah, like I wish I was like, who's the guy who did Playboy?
Hugh Hefner.
Yeah,
You're
the
like
modern vibe of that. Just like like
you're like street
sex
Hefner.
happens.
Yeah,
and maybe I fuck you.
right. Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah, whatever.
Yeah, like whatever. But I'm actually like very particular.
Yeah,
Like that's the
yes.
problem with me. I'm
That's the
actually like I
problem.
can't. Like
Yeah.
I like you or I don't want to do it.
Yeah, I mean, whenever we talk about this, I always think about
Like I'm
the
actually
summer.
not a dog.
No, you're not a dog.
I wish I could.
a lot of
be.
people wish you were a dog.
A lot of people have wanted me to be just a dog.
Yeah, big time.
And then I'm just like, I'm sorry, I'm not that type of dog.
Right. Yeah. Not
And
that
then
type
they're
of
like,
dog.
really? You can't dog it up a little bit? I'm like, I wish I could.
Yeah.
I'd love to dog it for you.
I always think about the summer shows. I always
Yeah.
think about the outdoor shows, how
Yeah.
many women would show up to those shows by themselves. And then they would then, because it would be such a focused, like the summer shows were very much like all the people that want to fuck Jake are out at these shows.
Yeah.
And then you would see them all like, they're like talking to each other. They're like making friends with each other, like because
It's okay.
of
Let's
this
also
united
be like,
fascination.
I'm not like a sex symbol or like
I'm not
a
saying
hot-
that.
I know, but that's like funnier.
yeah.
Like
yeah.
it's not. It's like. I mean, I'm assuming if you're listening to this, you've seen me.
Yeah.
No
sure,
one's like.
sure.
I don't think. I think as tiny. There's a portion of people who are like, I'm into that.
Yeah.
Like physically.
That's what it is.
But it's not like I'm like universally like, damn, that guy.
Dude, I mean,
That guy is. We want to fuck him.
I'm trying to skate around it because I want to be nice to your people, but we're talking about the uniting principle here is that these people are going to social events by themselves. They're not like winners, you know what I mean? They're not like killing it,
Hey,
but they are like
but there's a lot of losers out there, and if a little bit of them could be my fans,
right. That's what we need.
Yeah, maybe I'll start dressing like a little sluttier.
I think you do need to
I actually
milk
need to
this
like,
angle.
yeah, I gotta sex it up a little bit.
Your
up there.
whole thing has been lack of angle, and we just need some
so
angle.
my angle is like I might fuck you.
Yes.
That's my angle.
That's a great angle.
All right.
Dude, I mean, think about Matt Rife. Matt Rife, that's an angle to him.
Yeah.
He's a hot guy. You know what I mean? And I think
I got to be the Matt Rife for like the juggalos.
well, you're not. I think because the thing about Matt Rife is he's just conventionally attractive hot guy. It's not. Oh, Matt Rife, you will definitely have a shot with him if you go to the show.
Yeah.
That's not gonna happen. That's not even possible.
But you might have a shot with a 6.
I think that
A 6
your
might fuck
thing
you, yeah.
is that you're like you're-
Attainable Matt Rife.
yes.
Yeah.
And you're just out on the streets. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, you can probably fuck Jake.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
He's out there.
That's the
He's
angle.
like chained to a tree right
Yeah,
now.
yeah. He's probably chained to a
Yeah,
tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably just barking up a storm chained to a
Yeah.
tree. Who knows where he is?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But he's available.
yes.
Okay.
Yes, he's out there.
Wow. So I've been too aloof to these people.
I would say that
I
you
need to be like
more open and in like a Hugh Hefner vibe. Like
smoking jacket.
yeah, you just kind of fuck,
Damn.
And I think the whole
Truly so not my nature.
right. And I think the whole you being straight thing that's over. I
Yeah.
think it's got because I mean like it's not
For
just
success, I'll suck.
yeah.
I'll suck.
You do
I'll
gotta
suck some fucking cock for
Yeah.
success. I'll do it. Like at this point, I don't care.
We're breaking the barriers down.
What's worse, getting no fans in comedy or sucking a few dicks?
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Not a big deal
You'll
at
get,
all.
You'll get used to it. You'll get good at it. Whatever.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. You'll be like, oh, I can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
And then that's the show. The show is you're there, you're crowd working people that you're gonna fuck later.
Yeah.
And that's the whole
Kind of like an orgy maybe after the show.
kind of an orgy. Yeah. And
Man.
they just kind of all line up afterwards.
Just to get jaked. Just to get absolutely jaked.
Absolutely jaked.
Wow.
Yeah. It's
Huh.
yeah, and I think like in a
Okay.
way this is like I mean cuz we're getting there. There's a lot of people that are doing comedy and mixing that with like OnlyFans and stuff like that.
I know. I guess that's true. Like it's like not even unheard of
It's
now.
not really that weird.
No.
I think you're just doing the like grody street version of this.
Yeah.
Like he will fuck you. It's not like
because
you
the
lust
OnlyFans
after
girls, it's like they're not gonna fuck you.
No. And that's not the point.
Yeah.
But you are like a sex worker.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
like you are.
So I'm probably I'm
You're
a sex
like-
worker who does comedy.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
the show is my brothel house, basically. Where like you come, like that's the John move is like
Yeah.
you're a audience member, but what you really are is like I'm here for
It's
I'm
using
here for
comedy.
the 9:30.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. I'm here for the late show.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. So you early show, late show.
It's all innuendo that you're using to
Yeah.
then as the front. And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
I think, people, and then the thing will be like, oh yeah, you saw Jake. And then they'll be like, actually the comedy part's really good too. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's the expectation.
Yeah.
It changes. It's like, so yeah, like you get to fuck him, but also like, these
Pretty good
jokes are
act.
pretty good.
Yeah, these are pretty
it's
good act
stuff.
over there, yeah.
And I feel like that really switches it up. And honestly, I think then in that way,
Yeah. Let's be real. A lot of the OnlyFans people, not too funny.
not great comedy. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Like it's in spite of.
right.
People are like, look, not funny, but
We need to get you on a different comparison
Yeah,
bracket.
yeah,
And
yeah.
if we get you in a context where it's like, Jake is the funniest comedian that you can fuck
Yes.
for like $10.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh God, that's it. Jesus.
Well, it's comedy prices, dude. Like,
Oh, my
it's
God.
all like,
So I'm just getting drained for $10 a ticket.
well, we're going to start you there, and then we'll see
getting my
how it
mouth
goes.
fucked for $10. Jesus.
Well, I mean,
20.
we'll
Can we
scale
do
up.
20?
But it depends on what happens. you know
Tonight's
what I mean?
tickets are 15. At least be 15.
Okay, 15.
Okay,
15.
15.
15. 15.
Holy shit, dude.
I think, but we're gonna sell a lot more tickets.
If
you know
it's
what I mean?
10. But I'm gonna have to do a lot more work.
You're gonna do a lot more
I'm gonna
work.
be drained,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah, and I kind of, you know what? If this is the angle, I kind of want to be the manager. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna start
Pimp. You're the pimp, dude. You're not using the real words. You're my pimp. My shows are the brothel.
Yes.
And every audience member is a John.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the vibe.
And
here.
I'm just being truly used.
yeah. And what sucks is
This is so funny because at least this is what a sex worker does. They're like, yeah, a lot of it is talking.
right. Yes.
That's what I'm doing.
A lot of it is
I'm just talking.
and it's an act.
Yeah.
And then
It's like getting them comfortable.
I hope Sisyphus Brewing is going to be comfortable with this. I think
Yeah.
we should try it out tonight. We'll
Okay.
just at the very end of
So
the
like,
show.
what's the I don't even. Okay, so what's
You'll
the
just be
vibe?
like, and
Should-
then
during the show, should be like, see you after.
yeah,
the show?
yeah.
Like, should I
See-
kind
see
of like do
me
a little
after.
wink?
See me after.
See me after the show.
Just do a lot of saying that. Just say. I think they will figure it out if you just kind of say a lot of "see me after." And
Maybe the
afterwards
whole
in the
show,
back,
my shirt will kind of like. Not, I won't be like Bert Kreischer, but it'll just be like
Yes.
you'll see a little bit
Yes.
more.
a little bit more.
You'll see a little more of the vibe.
Yeah, you're like kind of. You're not like
I'll be
undressing,
touching the
but
area.
yeah,
I'll be like
yes.
touching it.
Yes, and then when you
I'll just
touch it,
kinda
you're
do-
like.
I'll just.
And
do
y'all
a
are
bit.
going to see me after, right?
And you'll see
I
me
know.
after.
This guy's going to see me after. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I'll be pointing to my mouth. Right there, you're gonna see me.
You
After.
paid your $15.
Yeah, might as well get a fuck job out of it. Oh God.
And then we slowly build that up, and eventually everybody kind of knows. But again, it's
So I'm doing
all
like
innuendo. You're
stadiums
going to be doing stadiums.
and
yeah.
just getting
10,000
tore apart.
And I'm just
I mean,
counting.
my body. Yeah, and I'm not getting really anything. We're charging $150 a ticket, and I'm getting paid as if the tickets are.
well,
$10.
somebody's got to count the cash. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
the-
So even in
it's a
this
job.
world, you're so successful, but you're using my body.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
like literally being ravaged,
right.
doing horrible things I don't want to do.
Mm-hmm. And there we go.
And it's like, hey man, someone's gonna count the money.
yeah, somebody's got to count the money.
Like
I mean, you're
bleeding- I'm
busy.
bleeding out of every
You're
hole,
literally
and you're just
busy.
like, yeah, I'm literally getting ragdolled.
Yeah. And I'm just like, I mean, you're gonna get.
Are you
get the
opening?
bigger
Are you
cut.
opening the shows?
I
You're not
might,
even doing
who knows? I
comedy?
might even like,
Doing comedy?
I mean, I'm gonna be living the pimp lifestyle.
I guess that's
like
true.
I don't know if that's
Well,
comedy.
okay. Let me say. Usually, the pimp has to test the goods. So, are you my first? You're fucking me.
No, I don't. I think
That's like the
that'll
pimp
be
move.
different. That'll
Oh,
be
okay.
different. That we'll edit
You'll
that.
just know that I'm good to go.
I'll just be
I'm
like-
ready for the streets.
Yeah, just like smack you on the ass, and I'm like,
okay.
all right, he's good.
All right, he's good to go.
He's good.
He is good.
All
to
right, come on.
go. Next. Oh my god. Wow.
Stadiums, dude. Stadiums. And I mean, the rest of the comedy community is not going to be happy about this.
No,
one
it's
bit.
a cheat
They're gonna be
code.
pissed off. They're going
Yeah,
to be
I'm
pretty
literally
pissed.
sucking my way to the top.
You're going to be pretty. You're going to be a pariah
Yeah.
in comedy for this one.
Okay, so all my peers hate me.
yeah,
My
it's-
body is ravaged.
All your friends are like behind. They're just like,
What
so
the
he fucks the whole crowd.
The whole
Like,
crowd.
They're just like, How does he
He's
do
like, well,
that?
if we could all do, yeah, sure. Then of course people would come to our shows.
Yeah, and then I'm out there like defending you, like, yeah, sure, you could do that. You can't handle that.
No.
You know what I mean? He's mentally locked down.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
He goes into the zone.
Well, and I drug him. I keep him like very well drugged. He doesn't really know what's going on most
He's
of the
working
time.
out.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
It's like in
he's
his
either
mind,
working
he's
out,
just working
fucking,
out.
or doing comedy. I don't let him do anything
we
else.
keep him on a strict schedule.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
And there we go. That's an angle. There we go.
That's my angle.
That's your angle, and
Whore.
it's a good. Yeah, it's
Male whore.
male whore comedy.
Okay.
It's
This will sell.
taking it one step further.
Okay.
Yeah, because like I said, we've been flirting with it for a while, but it's time for somebody to just come out and say it. Like, I am a sex comedy worker.
Yes.
Basically, it's time.
It's time to
Basically.
finally. I'll be the bridge.
You'll be the bridge.
We're not just doing OnlyFans anymore.
Nope. Putting the money where the mouth is.
Literally.
Literally.
My mouth is
Yes.
on it.
Yes. The mouth of comedy right there. That's Jake Silverman.
And like, yeah, this is horrible. This is so bad. But it is my only way.
There we go.
Truly the only way.
I think
I like instead of doing reels, this is what I'm doing. Instead of it posting once a week, I'm just like, no.
reels are dead.
Reels are dead. What it is getting fucked in every orifice. That's what's open. I like
every
the idea
show.
of Zuckerberg being like, and you've actually got to. This is like their meta platform is like the real way to succeed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that you get fucked in the ass by your audience.
I think what also would be crazy about it is like seeing people come out, like
yeah, because it would at first it'd be kind of like, are we doing this? Like the audience would be like, I'm so ashamed.
Yeah.
It's like a guy going to like a strip club when he's married. You're like, I cannot believe I'm doing this.
Yeah.
But then like it kind of becomes so big and it's like normal
yeah.
that people are like, oh yeah, me and the wife did it. We fucked him.
It would become because I think you would also kind of just get people would kind of show up for all kinds of reasons, and there would be like moments that I think would be kind of illuminating, like a comedy friend shows up and we're like, oh, are you on the show? And they're like, no. And then it's like, oh shit.
And I like my eyes just go blank. I'm like,
Oh no. You gotta fuck
you're
Ben
here.
tonight, dude.
Yeah, you're here. Are you serious? What the fuck are you doing, man? You know the game. What are you doing?
And there we go.
Oh God.
And then yeah. So there definitely would be like moments of overlap where it's
Nice.
like, oh, that person's here. Okay.
Yeah.
That's, a politician.
Yeah. Then
the
it's like
mayor.
celebrities are coming in,
Oh,
and
shit.
I'm like blowing Leo DiCaprio.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah,
he's
he
like a
shows
big,
up.
Yeah, he's like a big fan of mine.
Fuck. Yeah.
Like I have like celebrity followers. I'm like, oh my.
But we're still doing like little shows. You know what I
Tiny.
mean? Like it's like little comedy clubs, but then
Like they're not sold out.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like 5 guys in like a back of a bar.
5 just like Russian guys.
Yeah, and I'm just like, are you serious? There's not one chick in here tonight. There's not fucking one girl. Like I'm just looking at you like, dude, come on, cancel the show. Cancel the show.
And I'm like, but they've
and then you're
already
just like
paid.
smoking a cigar, counting money. You're like, they paid, baby. Do the work.
You get out there.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Cut the comedy part short.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know, do 10. I don't know. That's fine. They just wet their whistle a little bit, Give them the illusion, but really,
Sure.
You
But
know.
yeah, rush it.
Okay.
Get through the act as
wow,
fast as you can. Yeah.
man.
There we go.
Okay,
There we go. We're back.
we are back.
We are back.
Wow.
With that one. We're
Yeah.
back. So that's good.
Mhm.
And I think the relationship there, it all that's
kind of
textbook us.
yeah,
Right
yeah,
there.
Yep.
Yeah. So if you were wondering if we still got it, we still got it.
Yeah.
We're still-
Yeah, despite what I've gone through, I still got it. Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, we got it. Yeah, like nothing ever happened.
yeah.
Yeah.
What do we got shows coming up that we want to talk about? We got the St. Paul show,
Yeah.
Yeah.
May 9th
May 9th.
in St. Paul. I think it's
St.
called
Paul.
the Warriors Garden. It's
Warriors
this
Garden.
veteran owned.
Veteran owned.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's
So,
our vibe.
yeah.
Veterans.
And we have a show at Sisyphus Brewing July 26th.
July
We're filming a
26th.
special.
Yeah, we're gonna film a special, people. It's gonna be
It'll be like this.
this.
This will be
but
like-
with
yeah.
a room full of witnesses.
Yeah.
Maybe
Maybe by then I will kind of be like already entering this lifestyle. Like halfway through the special, I'm like giving a guy a hand job like in the front row. You're like, dude, what are you doing?
we're
I'm
having to just like censor
like,
that.
yeah. Like, it's like Japanese porn where it's just blurred and I'm just just doing that. It's like I guess it's safe for YouTube. If Jake's hand is just moving up and down this big blurred box.
Just trying to riff with you. I'm
Yeah.
obviously like
Just
uncomfortable.
I got like one hand off stage and like, but I'm looking back at him. Yeah, totally. That's fine, right? Yeah.
The camera guy's like zooming in on the guy getting jacked off.
His face is just seeing God. He's like, Yeah, that could be fun, man.
Other people in the audience are like licking their lips.
Yeah,
like
they're
everyone is just like,
I'm next. I'm next. Get that big old paw over here, Jake.
I can't
Put
wait.
that south
I'm
paw on my
next.
member. Yeah, they can't wait.
They can't wait.
Yeah.
So definitely show up to the live
Yeah.
special.
Be
Who
there
knows
for
what
that.
you'll get?
Who knows
what's in
whose
store for
stuff
you?
will be touched? You know, you never know.
Yeah.
Continue to see Hunter's meteoric rise.
Meteoric rise.
Yeah, now that we're
people.
filming this too, you'll really get to see the difference in how our bodies look.
Yes.
Because I'm going to be better down here, but
Right.
the eyes are going to be even more dead.
More
And I already
sunken.
started with dead eyes.
Ooh. Sinking.
They're
Sinking in.
sunk, dude.
Yeah, you're gonna be like kind of skinny, shredded,
Yeah.
and with sunken in eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be
Beautiful.
everything but the heroin.
Yeah. Yes.
It really will be like, I'll be like heroin hot.
Yes.
Like, God, he's so thin.
Yeah, like skinny, muscular.
Yeah, you'll
where
see
it's
the
sort of like
abs.
the abs are really visible, and it's partly because you're working out, but it's also partly just because there's nothing in
He's not
between.
not eating anymore.
Yeah, the abs are in there.
Oh, yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
everybody's
yeah.
got them.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just hard to see them
Yeah.
because of all the other stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
Like the fun meals.
The fun meals,
Yeah.
but you're getting that
I'm
out
getting
of the
that
way.
out of the way.
Out of the
Yeah.
way. Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. All right. Well, good to be back.
Yeah, good to be back. Come out to the shows, and we love you. We love you so much.